We're just gonna put it back in the oven and hope for the best. I don't even know what to do. That's an oops.
Look at me, I'm a professional. Look at her.
All of you, get in there.
And now how many pecans? All the pecans!
Pecan.
We're making pie. Making pie.
This time, I'm not gonna forget the flavor.
Welcome to Retry, the new show where we revisit some old Try Guys videos and see, can we do better the second time around?
So today we'll be retrying to make pies without a recipe.
The twist is that we are trying to recreate our original recipes using only the video as a guide, and the competition is not with each other, but with ourselves.
What did we learn? What can we fix? Life's a journey. It's not just about trying something the first time. It's about failing and then doing it again and again and again and again. Just make sure you keep trying.
When we first made pies, I made poison.
I'm so sorry. I really wanted to like it.
So my goal today is to not make poison.
I baked an apple pie. Pretty clever. I put a little pie sign. That pie got 3rd place.
It was good when it was the only one we tried until we tasted the salt too.
It was deeply upsetting to me given the state of the other competition.
I placed in 2nd in the original pie video.
We kind of agreed it wasn't pie.
But it's like the best mistake possible.
Yeah, it ended up being great.
Eugene baked a soup. The judges were like, oh, haha, soup, wow, I love drinking my pie, whoops. And Keith baked the most boring pie I've ever seen.
That's pumpkin pie.
Yeah! A pie chef judged the pies and mine won. They're the expert. Shut your mouth. Stop being sore losers. It's the only one I've ever won.
A little salt in my ass. All right, let's get this video going. You know what? My pie was salty, and I am too. This is a redemption story. I need a drink.
This is not a competition where we're against each other. This is just about being better. It's just about trying again. So before I put on my apron and start combining all my ingredients, I am going to watch the Try Guys bake a pie without a recipe, take some notes, and hopefully formulate a plan to make a good pumpkin pie.
All right, let's check this out.
I'm a master baker.
Zach only lives to make the master baker joke every baking video.
I forgot we had all those cats in this. The cats are great. We should intercut this video with cats too, right? Maybe my cat. Hi, operator.
Brianna is the expert we had in this video. She's fantastic, so I'm going to actually follow what she tells us to do in this video.
Says it right there. Those are the ingredients. Okay, if I just remember. 2.5, 2, 1,
Teaspoon salt, teaspoon, whoa.
I'll just do 2 tablespoons of salt.
Oh my God, that's right. I did 2 tablespoons full of salt. That's a lot.
Eugene.
It's liquid, right?
Oh,
It's liquid. It needed more moisture.
Pie dough. They have the dough recipe, but there is no recipe given for my blueberry filling. It's really the liquid that's the most concerning for me, so I gotta make sure that that is executed properly. I've heard that you put vodka into pie dough sometimes. Is that a myth?
If you mix those sugars in with your egg yolks too soon and you let it sit there, you're gonna burn your yolks.
That was my fatal flaw. I burned the yolk. Egg goes last.
So I used a metal pie tin last time. They've given me a glass pie tin this time. I think that's okay.
Huh.
Oh, it's very smoky.
Yeah. Well, my pie's garbage.
Oh, I thought those were marshmallows.
How did that even happen?
This is a really sad moment for me.
How did this even happen? How did this even happen? What even is that? I don't even know what to do.
A cat playing a piano, I forgot about that.
Gosh, I really don't want to have another situation. I'm just so worried, like, because my whole pie, like, melted apart. So that's a concern.
All right, that's it. I've watched the previous episode now. It's time to get in the kitchen and try again.
Let's make a pie.
Bakers, get ready. I don't know why I'm saying this, because we are in our houses.
Ariel, where'd you come from?
Our bedroom.
On your mark, get set, Retry! Boom!
The first thing I do is I make the crust.
Dough includes flour, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of salt, butter, and some water.
The best part about this video is that it actually told us the full recipe for dough. So I'm just gonna make the pie dough that we have in the video.
Wait, baking powder?
I think that's a red herring.
Baking soda. Baking powder. No, I did that wrong.
2.5 cups of flour.
1.
Is this gonna be enough dough?
Where's my measuring shit?
I love being in my own kitchen. I know where everything is.
I don't know the way around my own kitchen. This is frustrating.
I never like not having enough dough. I'm gonna double her recipe, just in case.
They sell sugar in this almost the same size bag of flour, but you never need the same amount of sugar as flour.
I think I'll just do 2 teaspoons sugar. Maybe I'll do 4 teaspoons sugar.
1 tablespoon. Or no, that's a half tablespoon.
What is this feeling? Measuring? How foreign.
Is that too much sugar?
Yeah, but it's not gonna change me. I gotta keep my same pizzazz.
And now, the critical moment. Adding salt to my dough.
Salt.
1 little teaspoon, 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 1 little teaspoon, teaspoon of salt. Ned did 6 teaspoons last time.
The last thing I want is for something to be under seasoned. You know, I'm gonna pour it over the sink just in case. See, that's why. And no more salt. I feel like just right there I went from at least 4th place to 2nd place.
It's not a competition.
1 pound of butter is about 2 cups, right?
Chopping up the butter cubes, chopping up butter.
Okay, this is a real decision. This is a real choice, because they gave me this Crisco all vegetable shortening, but I also, in my fridge, have Earth Balanced butter. I've got vegan butter in my fridge.
Is this butter cold enough? We shall see.
I feel like I should use the vegan butter. Like, that makes more sense. It's got butter in the name.
Oh, cold butter is hard to work with. I really should not be doing this with this knife. Oh well.
That's what I used last time. All right, I'm going with what they gave me. I'm putting my butter away. I just want to make sure I'm not poisoning myself again.
I'm sweating.
I know it made me
You know what I want?
Add in the water.
Be very careful about how fast and how much water you put in.
I'm gonna add it just a little bit at a time.
1, 2. I think I'm crushing it so far.
Ooh, I have a fresh bottle of Stoli. That will not open.
Is that alcohol?
I put maybe half a bottle of bourbon in.
We'll do 6 of these. 1. So, that should be enough liquid. And I'm gonna cook it.
And now what? I just mix this? Oh no.
Oh no, I got flour all over my new Keep Trying shirt. Available at tryguys.com. See what I did there?
Now, I think the consistency needs to be just like a crumbly dough.
Oh, you guys, I feel like I did something wrong already. It's just like straight up powder.
Crumbly is the word, right? I think it's supposed to be crumbly.
Okay, more water, I guess?
Yeah, this is feeling familiar.
More butter? Sure, more butter. Let's do it. We're having fun, right? You guys, right?
All right, let's taste a little bit. I think it tastes good. Kind of worried it doesn't have enough salt,
It's good. It's less salty than last time.
but I gotta just hold myself back.
That was a critique they had, that it was too cracker-like.
It's also salty.
It is moving towards the cracker side of crust.
So I think this solves that.
All right, this has kind of become something. And now we put this in the fridge for 30 minutes. Fridge? Freezer. Freezer? Fridge.
I'm gonna say refrigerator because I just thought, yeah, why would these go in the freezer? You're gonna have hard-ass donuts.
As the dough rests in the freezer,
Go to the freezer.
Throw it in the freezer for me, baby! Sous chef.
And I'll let them rest for, I don't know. They have the dough recipe, but there is no recipe given for my blueberry filling.
Is this too many blueberries? I don't know.
But I know that my main goal is to make sure that it is not a cocktail and that it's a properly congealed blueberry pie filling.
I don't know the ratios that I did last time.
I'm a non-conventional baker. I like to use things that inspire me.
I know I need pecans. A whole ton of pecans.
Pecan.
I really need to get out of this house so desperately.
Okay, so I didn't get anything out of that from what my recipe is, and I don't remember what I did. I know there were eggs.
What do you think it tastes like?
Kind of like baby food.
Okay, first things first, the pumpkin.
And then I don't remember if we featured this in the video, but when I tasted my pie, I thought it was pretty sugary.
I don't want too much goop, but I want like just a little bit of goop.
So I'm gonna try and put a little less sugar in.
This pumpkin, first of all, already smells better. Wait, this is pumpkin pie mix. There's one advantage I have this time, is that my production staff got me pumpkin pie filling instead of pumpkin.
I feel like this is all the blueberries I have, and I feel like all of this is gonna, I should just use all these blueberries. Can't go wrong with more.
That is a 6 to 7 pound pie. I'm not including the pan.
Now, I know last time I did this, everyone was horrified at how much sugar I used.
Oh my God, Zach.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Glug, 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 glug.
I'm gonna use all the apples,
There was a lot of crust, not a lot of filling.
because that was a mistake I made last time.
So I guess I'm just gonna mix this up. I don't feel like I need to add much more of anything else because it's already got seasoning, and I think it said it already had sugar.
It smells very pumpkin-y, cinnamony, nutmeggy.
So I don't know if I need to overdo cornstarch because there were gelatinous aspects to my pie.
I don't really believe in measuring cups. I'm just kind of doing it by hand, you know, like grandma used to do, so.
I don't want to overdo it. Did you hear what I just said? I don't want to overdo it. Who is this? Who is she? Who am I?
I don't know if coconut sugar tastes more like brown sugar, but it's brown. Okay, let's throw some cane sugar in there too. Who cares, you know? Let's go for it.
How is it that when you're baking, it's like really hard to break the yolks, and when you're making breakfast, it's impossible not to break the yolks? Am I right, everybody? Channel a little bit of Ned over here.
More apples. Chaos Kitchen.
Ooh, yeah!
I want everyone to think, that's crazy. There's no way he's putting that many apples in there. He's putting too many apples in. The man's insane. He's putting too many apples in. He gotta stop making apples.
I think my big thing is, you know, when I do without a recipe, I want it to be drunk and Asian.
I'm just gonna grab stuff as I see it and just add it for fun, like lime juice.
I tend to add things that give it a little more kick, a little more spice. Look how pretty this is, though. I like this. Look at this. Is that nice?
Looks the right color. It's a little thinner than my previous batter.
It should be a lot wetter, so I think it's close enough that people are gonna be like, yeah, that's a pumpkin pie taste.
But I do hope this sets, because the trick with the custard is you don't want it to not set.
I know we're reviewing this at home, but creativity is still a factor. So instead of salt, I'm using pretzels.
I'm a non-conventional baker. I like to use things that inspire me.
It's failed every time, so it's bound to work eventually.
It doesn't matter who wins or who loses.
And third place, apple pie.
As long as you keep trying and don't come in third place. Hey, Bean, do you want a piece of apple? Sit. Catch it. Oh, missed it.
Okay, so now I need to add my liquid. What I learned from last time is that I cannot use very much. Okay, that's definitely at least fourth of a cup. So this is already way less liquidy than last time, because I remember last time there was just a layer of juice on the bottom of the bowl.
Guys, it's too easy. It's gonna be hard for me to f it up because they already got me, you know, flavored mix.
They gave me this chocolate, which seems great. I don't remember putting chocolate in mine, but I'm gonna go for it.
No one's gonna eat the pie and be like, oh no, chocolate, that's not supposed to be in here.
Let's do a half a chocolate bar, right? Why not? What kind of chocolate is this? Are they trying to f with me? Oh! Oh, they're trying to f with me! Oh no! Oh, it's cacao! Oh my god! Oh, it's so bitter! Oh no, it's so hopelessly in there! Oh no! Lost in here forever. All right, whatever's left in there is just gonna be left in there.
So now's the time for my cinnamon spice mixture. Last time, I think I used like a whole cup of sugar. That was too much. I'll try a quarter cup of sugar so it's just sort of coating the edges. Yeah. Ooh, gooey gooey. Sit. Catch it. Man.
So it's been just about 30 minutes. I am going to take out my dough.
Okay, so it's been approximately an hour since I put the dough in the fridge. I don't know if that's the amount of time it's supposed to chill, but it's the amount of time I have because the sun is going down and I want to bake this pie before it is nighttime.
Come on, baby dough, how are you doing? Oh, it's freaking perfect!
Oh no. Oh no, my dough's crumbling.
My dough is not solidifying. This is not how the holidays are supposed to be.
Just a little more water throughout. Oh God. It looks like Parmesan cheese.
I don't think I have a roller.
I got a big ass rolling pin.
I don't have a rolling pin here. I use this really nice water bottle of Becky's. She's okay with it.
Wesley! You're making a poo-poo? Well, that's great. I'm making a pie.
Taking a page from Eugene's book because he always wins. When in doubt, alcohol.
So I had the lattice pattern the last time, which was one of my favorite parts of the pie.
Well, the one thing I know I can do is make something look pretty, so I'm making a little rose decoration at the top with leaves.
But the rosettes I tried last time melted funny. I might just need to go simpler with the final design that I had on top. Something that'll retain its shape.
Now what I'm gonna do is a layer of crust on the bottom. Then I'm gonna do latticing. Then I'm gonna do braiding. Hopefully I have enough pie crust.
I know that was a mistake I made last time, is I only made enough dough really for 1.5 pies, and I had my total meltdown.
How did this even happen?
But instead of pie weights, this time I'll be using beans.
Carefully flip it over. Oh, yes!
Looks nice.
What do I do now? How do I get it? All right, this is gonna be a slightly lopsided pie.
So we're just gonna put the beans in, bake it for 10 minutes.
A pumpkin pie has a crust on the bottom that actually gets baked before the filling goes into it.
Hope that gets the dough somewhat started.
Wes, you want to come up and watch? This is going to get very exciting.
Okay, so now that my berries have been chilling, I'm going to just try to scoop out as much as I can without getting too much liquid in there.
Now put it in the pie. There you go.
As I see already, there's a lot of liquid collecting at the bottom. I'm trying to avoid a lot of that because that's probably just straight up bourbon.
And now it's time for the eggs.
Oh no!
It's a lot of egg. This whole thing is just egg now. Wow, yummy. Look how appetizing.
This definitely feels different because at this point, the pie is not a soup.
I hope we have enough apples. We have been eating a lot of apples.
So there's the bean pie. Okay, you know, it's taller and lower in some places. That's not so perfect.
Now I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to hot.
So I combined everything, but I forgot to preheat the oven, so now the eggs are just sitting in here again.
If you mix those sugars in with your egg yolks too soon and you let it sit there, you're gonna burn your yolks.
This is the mistake I made last time. I put the eggs in too early and I just let it sit.
The mouthfeel is just keeps coming at me.
Just all directions.
I'm processing.
Oh boy. All right, let's just clean up. Let's just start cleaning up while we wait. Let's do that.
We're going for it.
Okay, this is not good. Not good. Our pie crust has very little structure. Okay, I'm just gonna. Oh no.
I don't know, I feel like me pouring it like that, like some of the dough maybe kicked up. What are you? Are you dough?
Okay, great. It's preheated. I'm gonna put this in for like 5 minutes.
Oh, you know what Rose needs is leaves. Maybe I'll do some leaf designs to go around the pie.
It's a little messed up, but you know, I think pretty good considering the circumstances.
So these are leaves that just have more distinct curved edges. So I'm just diversifying the leaf shapes I have so you can tell there's like more than just one type of leaf.
Now we put the goop in. Yeah, it's a pecan pie.
I'm so pleased. I can't wait to put this in the oven.
So nervous for some reason.
All right, in you go.
Oh boy.
All right, here we freaking go. Fingers crossed.
Let me tell you, I don't think that's gonna turn out perfect.
The rubric for today is whether we improved, stayed the same, or we should keep trying.
All right, now I'm gonna watch the judging. Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful.
This is my holiday apple pie.
It looks amazing!
It's got a pie symbol in the front, P-I-P-I-E. It's got infinite flavor.
How did I lose this?
Here we are.
Oh.
Yeah.
That goes together pretty well.
That's apple pie. Okay, Ariel.
All right, is that for me?
You get to taste it first.
All right, well, why don't you give yourself some too? So
Okay. What do you think?
I think it's good. All the elements are there.
The crust is like well seasoned, not too salty, not too sweet. Definitely a good amount of filling. I love the design.
It's so funny to judge your own.
Yummy pie.
Wes agrees.
Wow.
I call this the berry drunk Asian pie.
Remember that they like the look of it.
I think it's pretty creative. I think it's really creative. It's not easy to do lattice and it takes an artistic vision.
Yeah, my roses have been mushed together, so hopefully my leaves don't do that. Relatively happy with how the design came out on top. You can tell that it is leaf patterns. I wish that I could have had more distinct tools to work with. The crust is perfectly cooked. Oh, there you go. So it is not a soup inside. You still get the hint of the bourbon. The ginger and the cinnamon comes through nicely. And I think you can still tell that that's like supposed to be leaf design. I'm really happy with this. I actually think this actually turned out really well.
You ready to try my pie?
You already ate my slimes.
Well, you were working. Doesn't it look nice?
Yeah, the crust actually looks really good. That's actually pretty good.
The blueberries just like burst in your mouth.
Do you think it's better than the pie you saw in the video?
Yeah, the pie in the video didn't look.
Well, I still got second place.
It's just how bad the other guys are.
Does it taste like a pie? We'll find out.
You know, you go into it without a recipe, calm, cool, collected, and then you get going and you're like, maybe I should just throw a bunch of shit in here. It's tough.
Presenting Zacky's world famous, unforgettable pecan pie.
Oh.
Just what you wished for. The mouthfeel is just keeps coming at me.
Just all directions.
Yeah, I'm processing.
That's a fucking pie! Honestly, this is the best thing I've ever baked.
Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm so nervous.
Look at her though! Oh, I'm a little upset that there's no real judges this time, because I think that I won. This looks good.
Hello, judges. We are ready to taste the pie.
Cheers. It's good.
It's edible! Yeah! I need to like deliver this to people to prove to the world that I finally made a good baked good.
This is my pumpkin patched together pie.
Ooh.
Okay, we're doing the final stuff.
It reminds me a little bit of shortbread, which is mostly butter. Pumpkin pie is really hard to bake. There are a lot of things that could have gone wrong with this, and you did not fall into any of those pitfalls.
You know, we've had fun. I learned, and I think I did a lot better. But I will say that it looks exactly like my first pie.
I don't know if I've ever actually had pumpkin pie.
Yeah? Well, this is probably not going to be the best one to start with. The dough on the bottom is very undercooked.
Texture, I don't. You made this crust?
Mm-hmm.
Those are good.
I know. Yeah, it looks a little raw on the bottom. I'm going to be honest with you.
It's got a soggy bottom.
I blame the glass. It like punctured through the bottom and got underneath. I still don't really understand the whole pie weights thing, how you're supposed to do it. And I think mostly this is just because I didn't get the dough thin enough. Flavor of the pumpkin is much better, but it probably could be set even more. I probably could have baked it another 10 or 15 minutes, or this probably should have been baked at a higher temperature. It's actually probably not as good as the pie I did on that recipe.
Wow, you know what, guys? If at first you don't succeed, and if at second you don't succeed, and if at third you don't succeed, and if you find that you keep losing episodes, keep trying, and eventually you'll make a dope-ass pie.
It's good to see people never give up and keep improving. I think I'm gonna keep trying to bake better, and this is a market improvement.
Make sure to post photos of what you're trying to the hashtag Keep Trying Challenge, and you get a chance to be featured in an upcoming Try Guys video.
Until next time, we're the Try Guys. That's Becky. I'm Keith. Here's another shot of Alfred.
Eugene's pie. This is better.